And drum roll, please. Patch notes.
So moving on to kick news. Aside from cocaine being shown done during a stream, what was the other one that we said that was happening? Ice Poseidon. I mean, Ice Poseidon getting arrested. That wasn't on Kick. He was just.
I thought the tweet said on Kick.
No. He's a stream. It's saying he's a streamer on Kick, but he is getting arrested. He didn't show what happened. He was getting arrested for the
what was that? I don't know. I just saw a wild thumbnail. Maybe that was just something they pulled from a.
I mean, possibly.
But
I don't know. In any case, the news here.
No, it said no, 100%. It said right here that he on Kick stream he was doing a lap dance, an obscene lap dance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then Dexter Ice Poseidon facing 5 years in prison for obscene lap dance on Kick stream live
in Thailand.
And his crew of Kick streamer friends, when their shenanigans upset a manager on June 28th, Ice was partying it up inside the restaurant wearing lingerie and giving his girlfriend Kimberly a lap dance that she won't ever forget for all the wrong reasons. Shortly after the dance, the manager showed up and had the streamers arrested.
Wait.
Streamers.
The Ice was wearing the lingerie?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't. You shouldn't.
I'm not pulling it up.
I would not play that. But yeah, I'm watching the video right now, and it is not pretty. No,
I don't want to see that. Anyway, okay. Well, aside from all that news, Kick has introduced the ability to basically close out the pool and hot tubs as well as the gambling stream. So if you don't want to see it, you don't want to be, witness to it, you don't want to have it show up in your featured streams or anything like that, you have the ability to disable it. So
that's pretty shocking to me. That's something that I wouldn't see from Kick. We've been asking for Twitch to do something similar like that for years. And then Kick's the one that does it.
Well, I mean, I think that's what they're trying to kind of hit at here, right? Is the fact that they're able to
trying to
they're willing to move
at Twitch.
They're willing to mobilize and change within that's what this tweet is basically over the last 48 hours, right? They're making a jab at Twitch saying we can do it in 48 hours. Why can't you do it? Blah blah blah. Whatever else. Like
that's all they've been doing is jabbing at Twitch. And I mean, hey.
Yeah,
they're marketing guy. I mean,
my view on it is like it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I do like the fact that they implemented it, and I do believe that Twitch should implement it. But in my eyes, it's still just kind of a sweep the issue under the rug situation, where they're just like the biggest issue with it is that people have a problem with those two things. I don't know personally why they have a problem with it. Like again, it's one of those things where you can take the moral high ground and be like, oh, I don't like gambling on my fucking video game site. Well, then you should have the same problem with Twitch, because Twitch has the exact same thing in terms of like the fucking fantasy football bullshit, right? Like they have all of that shit on Kick or on Twitch as well. But yeah, to me it just feels like a I don't know, it feels like a weird flex. Like, hey, we hid two of our problem areas, so you can't see it. I think, fuck you, Twitch.
I think the biggest thing there is that not to say they're not like taking that stab at Twitch, because I don't even think that they would have cared about this as much if Pokimane Hassan did not get into it with XQC and this whole idea and ideology of, like you said, taking a moral high ground. I don't think Kick would have cared. I think that they're like, what, we don't want to disable gambling and hot tubs. Like, that's
they're not going to do that, because that's their moneymaker right there. So I think they're just finding like the middle ground, really.
My biggest thing.
All avenues.
My biggest, what I think is going to happen though is like you're just going to have exactly what happened when Twitch told the hot tub streamers that they can do that on just chatting streams, right? Like they finally had to channel. They're just going to move to another channel. Yeah, they're just going to move to another category.
I don't know. I mean,
it might
like
happen,
we already have it.
Kick's moderation seems a bit more tight, like than Twitch.
Okay, what I'll say here's what I'll say about it. Here's what I'll say.
Twitch staff is in shambles. They don't do shit.
What I'll say about I don't think that you'll see the category move. I don't think that you're going to see them leave that category, because it's kind of it's something about Kick that's just like, oh, this is my category, this is what I want. So like you don't see those streamers in a lot of other places. Like it literally is just like that's their home. So I would actually I don't
I
think
don't know.
you'll see them move to other categories because of it.
We
Like
I was reading something, or maybe it was Bill had brought something up the other day. I don't know if it's true or not. I personally didn't look into it, but somebody was saying, where I read somewhere, that Amaranth was doing a hot tub stream while she had like speed runs going on in the background, so that she could be in a different, in a video game category.
Yeah, I mean they'll definitely find
That's
loopholes like that. They've
Yeah,
been doing that for years on
that's what
Twitch.
I'm talking about. Is like they're just gonna, if Kick makes it so that it's hard for them to get viewers in the category that they're in, they're gonna move.
And let me rephrase on the whole moderation. I don't Twitch's moderation is not great. I only say like Kick is a little better, not like chat moderation per se, but like content being streamed. I think they've tightened up since their launch on what people stream and what actually goes out. So I'm not saying like anything like they
I
probably
mean
give a
they're
shit
definitely
what
very
happens in
fast
chat,
about
but
like
they respond fast.
I mean
Like you see it a lot.
they're fast specifically and especially around like nudity and stuff like that. Like as it
Yeah.
happens, like they are banning, you know, if it's not to say that like I will say like I've seen nip slips and stuff like that that have occurred that they don't ban those
We've
things,
seen
but like
worse. Like
right. But what I'm saying is like there. And in fact, I was in a chat where another person was streaming was basically streaming somebody else's content that was live at the time and saying that they were them and they were spoofing their content and Kick immediately banned them. Like it was an immediate, just there was no question, like, it was just banned instantly in chat. So you know, I'm not saying that they're, again, I'm not saying they're great. All I'm saying is that they do act fast, but also too they act fast because they're small, right? They're not
I mean,
very
Twitch.
true too. Yeah,
they
You
they
know,
are
that's
growing
my
very fast
biggest.
though.
That's the one thing that I need to point out. Just like we pointed out last week with the 10 million or whatever signups
right.
in like 7 months or whatever. Like you got to remember that like Twitch has been around for a decade or
Yeah.
more,
Oh,
and
more at this
they're
point,
owned
yeah.
by a fucking large entity that, in order to do any kind of change, has to go through so much bureaucratic like business bullshit that is not even funny. Whereas like Kick can literally just be like, oh, we want to change this today, fuck it, let's do it, you know? Because they
Yeah.
don't have that kind of, system where it's like you have to go to, manager X and put forward the X whatever X idea is, and then
Yeah,
manager
but
X needs to take it to,
that's
leader
also a
Y. I'm
fault.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing, or
It's
I'm not
also a
saying that's a
fault
good
of
thing.
that's a fault of Twitch. Like Twitch had the
It
ability
is, yeah.
to not have to go through that. I mean, Twitch, the reason that Kick exists is because Twitch failed. Like Twitch is failing, right? Like let's just 100% call it what it is.
Yeah.
Like the reason that this platform is even a thing is because Twitch has made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake and left the door open for something like this to occur. You know, and so that's the only thing I'll point out is that, you know, it's the whole like moral high ground
I don't know,
thing
man.
that and everybody.
I think my biggest thing is like, if you don't think that the same shit's gonna happen on Kick in
I don't,
a
I,
couple like 10,
Well,
15 years, ugh.
I mean, maybe
I'm
not. I mean,
sure
yeah, maybe not. I
it
mean,
might. Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's not. I mean, what Kick reminds me of is the early Justin TV days, and we've said that
Yeah,
multiple times, right?
Yeah.
So
for
yes,
sure.
it very well could end up being the platform. You know, it could just basically become Twitch, right? You know, after a certain amount of years, and so be it. And then if they do, then guess what? The evolution will happen again, where it'll leave the door open for somebody else to create another fucking platform that will just kind of continuously do the same thing. I just,
Never ending cycle.
yeah, I mean, I think
I, s- I don't know. I still don't see Kick as the thing. Like, yeah, it's great. It's growing, and I'm it's a great thing for it to be Kick being a competition for Twitch is going to definitely push Twitch to make better decisions. But I don't think that Kick is ever going to beat Twitch
maybe I
personally.
don't know. I mean, again, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Just because I'm there, I'm not the one gonna be. I'm not gonna be flying a green flag and you know putting a Kick banner up on my background.
I still can't believe that you fucking went over there, dude.
I mean, it's
Like, really? How
it
many
is.
moves is this, Sin?
Let's see. Twitch
You
to
went
Mixer
from Twitch to Mixer, back
Mixer
to Twitch.
Well, to be fair, Mixer, I mean, shut down. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so.
Well, you went back to Mixer
but I
twice,
couldn't.
didn't you?
And YouTube. He went back to
I-
YouTube twice too.
Back to
I've been
YouTube
to YouTube. I've
twice.
been to YouTube twice. So Mixer shut down, but the reason I left Mixer originally was because of FTL didn't work. Like their system
Yeah.
didn't fucking work. So
Yeah.
I couldn't stream there.
I don't know, man.
Bro,
yeah.
he was about to go to Sim was about to go to Brime, man.
Yeah. No, I tried a Brime stream.
I would have rather you went to Brime than Kick personally, but whatever.
You know, it is what it is. I mean, it's yeah. I mean,
That's all right. Give him
it is what
another
it is.
couple months, he'll be on
Right.
Rumble. All right.
I'll be on Trovo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's fine. Stevens has a category
mean,
just for me specifically. Just
I love you, man, but I gotta
don't
stick
know,
with
you're
what I
good.
said. Like,
it's
I'm
all
not
good,
going
man.
all the way.
I completely understand. What I will say that some of the things that I do enjoy that is over there is like the fact that you get 50 emotes right out of the gate, like animated
I do like
emotes,
that.
regular, like you
Yeah.
get it right out of the gate. If you're familiar with Twitch, it's literally they copped Twitch 100. I mean, it's Twitch just in green
Yeah.
and a better split payout for a split.
The biggest thing that I'm not a big fan of is the fact that like they count your views as soon as the viewer goes in there, and whether the viewer is there, you still have the view. So it's an inflated
Well,
viewer number.
their view count is all messed up right now.
Yeah.
Many people
that's-
have been stating that, and I don't know what they're gonna do
It's
about it.
well, it's one of the things that's
Not
you
gonna
can
do
say
anything
here.
about it.
No, I mean,
That's- yeah,
I think they
they-
will. I mean, I think that they're they're
I think
going
eventually
to.
they will have to.
I think they'll crack down on
Have to.
view botting. Obviously, like Destiny went over there and he had like 170,000 viewers,
That's,
Yeah.
yeah,
which was
I mean that's
which
what
was
I'm talking about. He had
completely bullshit.
on YouTube, he was barely pushing 3,000, and he had
Yeah.
170,000 over there. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
that was blatant. That
Yeah.
that was completely blatant.
Yeah, which he has not done. Which I think I think Eddie, who's the owner of Stake and the creator of Kick, I think that because he has not done that since, right? Like he is like I think they're very much of trying to make sure that is not an allowed thing. But I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, and we'll kind of continue to see. But yeah. So, any more on Kick? You guys want to talk any more about Kick? No.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
All right.
Yo, did you enjoy this episode of the Patch Notes? You did? Great. Then you should hang out with us live every Thursday night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. But in case you missed us, you can always listen over at anchor.fm/prepatch podcast or any podcast platform at your convenience. This was Scruffy, signing off.